Welcome in, everybody. Hope you all had a beautiful Tuesday. Can you guys hear me okay for now, until I get my mic hooked up? Good. Alright, good stuff. It's my lower earbud anyway, so that one you'll hear a little better than the other one. Did a little bit of a trim. I screwed up here, but whatever. Holy shit, Michael. That's not good. Thank you, Kitty. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I don't even know what the message is going to be tonight. But I had this feeling that there was going to be celestial mustangs coming in from the other realms. So I have a feeling tonight's going to be a bit of a channeling and a bit of a collective. I get a feeling like there's a bit of a frustration. Somebody's extremely frustrated. The fact that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, specifically to other people, they're not getting the reaction they thought they would. People are seeing you at face value. They're recognizing the rumors are not true. They're recognizing that a lot of the deception around where you're concerned, it was all lies. Some of these people could very well be friends or family. They could be coming to the realization that they were duped, all for greed and selfishness. Somebody was really trying it. And the thing is that you didn't react the way they wanted you to. And that's what's frustrating the most. Because had you reacted the way they wanted you to, they would have had it in the bag. They would have had something to go on. But nothing that they had planned actually worked out. It's actually all falling apart. And some people could actually be really pissed off, but some people could be shook because they thought they had it in the bag right from the get-go. Like a lot of these attacks and on your character and on you, they were premeditated. to the extent that if there was a fly on their wall that whistleblowed, they'd be up Shit's Creek with without a hand paddle. See, this is the thing why you need to be loving yourself, because when you love yourself enough, you don't have a jealous bone in your body. Everybody's got their own journey. Everybody's got their own way of going about things. You know, when you truly love yourself, you're not inadequate. If people can't see you for who you are, that's not your problem. It's theirs, right? So that's why they go at your self worth quite a bit. Because the more you don't love yourself and the more you think you're worthless, the better it is for them and their plans to come up against you, right? Checkmate. Ooh, I forgot something. Come on. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Max. How was the chili? Oh, Juanita, welcome in, honey. Hope all is well with you. I just got a download. For some of you, there's miracles hidden in plain sight. but they're hidden by hate and envy. I don't know who that one was for, but stay vigilant, keep your eyes open. We're going to start off with the archetypes unknown, the wild unknown. A full reading, I guess. Okay. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. What's the message that we need to know tonight? Please protect me in this channeled message or these messages tonight. Okay. You have a very shallow individual judging you right now. They've definitely got an issue with their inner child. They're very shallow. Wow. Okay. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. They say that you're throwing away tradition. Apparently they've been hunting you for a while, trying to find out where you are. I'm talking to a healer. They're trying to discredit you. It's because you're speaking up. They don't want you to be healing yourself or anyone else. You're ruining their whole idea of creating chaos. And I'm really kind of picking up, like, it's got secret society kind of vibes to it. So I don't know if you're dealing with one or what. But somebody's on the hunt. Somebody's trying to find you. For some of you, you've been holding off on updating your address, and this is partially why they can't find you. You've been waiting on doing that. And they're not in any type of society where they can look into you. I really get a feeling they've hired like private investigators to find you, and they can't find you. They're trying to destabilize you. From being a mentor They're saying that you do not have the vision, so they're discrediting you. They're calling you a fake. But the thing is, they're saying that you're not dedicated, that you don't have any vow, that you have nothing to offer. This is somebody from your hometown. Quite possibly could be a dark shaman. This very well could be an ex. Somebody that has not dealt with their shadow. They're still very much in karmic energy. You're a healer. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're a healer. You're a hidden gem. You've been hidden in plain sight. I'm also getting the cornerstone to the new earth. And I'm also hearing the heart of hearts. So you could very well be very compassionate, very understanding, very open-minded, very much in tune with nature and the supernatural. You're definitely inspiring people. I'm also being brought back to is it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in True Love's Kiss? To wake up the princess. But it's emphasizing on the true love's kiss. There's some sort of a soulmate union that was supposed to happen, but it was thwarted. It was delayed due to drama and manipulation. And in order to break the spell or break the curse or break the whatever, there needs to be a true love's kiss. Kind of situation. But in order for this true love's kiss to happen, this other person, they're very shallow and they need to go through their shadow work in order to do that. And they have continuously been met with challenges and pain and suffering in order for that to not happen. I'm also getting that this person that's been going through it, I don't believe you know them yet, because even the meeting of you and this other person has been delayed, so you don't even know this person yet. But you guys were supposed to meet, but due to previous situations, it didn't work. It could have very well been that you weren't in the process of wanting anyone in your energy. So, and I think this was part of the plan. And I've got full-on goosebumps, so I'm taking that as a confirmation. Spirit saying that you will meet. Soon. 2 weeks. The number 2 could be significant, so the 2nd, the 12th, the 22nd, which today's the 22nd. I'm also getting that there were certain seeds that you planted quite a while ago that are still yet to manifest. And it's mainly because there were wishes and there were spells, or there was energy thrown on these seeds that you were planting to keep it from happening. I'm also picking up that there was a huge misunderstanding. And again, people are seeing you for who you are now compared to who they wanted you to be seen as. And I'm kind of being brought back to one of my previous, it could have been last night's reading where someone was trying to demonize you, trying to make you look evil, but you're really not. You've had to deal with a lot of shadow and a lot of darkness, but that doesn't make you evil. It actually makes you a warrior against the darkness. And I think the people that were out here talking on you, saying that you're of the darkness, are actually dark themselves. And they're actually jealous of your light. So they would rather downplay you and your mission or your destiny than just mind their own business. I'm also picking up this very well could have been family. They tried to leave you with nothing. They were very satisfied watching you suffer. These are very, very selfish individuals. Somebody is coming out with the fact that you're breaking tradition and this is why they're hunting you. You're whistleblowing. You're releasing a lot of people from deception, bringing them back to themselves where they felt lost. They are now found. I'm also getting that there was someone that come into your life just to basically distract you while other shit was going on behind your back. They presented a opportunity to you and you took it, but it was only to distract you from what was actually going on behind your back. And that was their only job. Their job wasn't even to love you, but it was some sort of a love offer. Well, it looked like love. And I think this is where these miracles were hidden in plain sight, but they were shrouded by hate and envy. I'm also getting that somebody that quite possibly had their mouth shut because they were told not to speak up on this. I do believe there's going to be some sort of information coming forward. They're going to shine the light on something. I'm also getting that these particular people were blackmailed into saying nothing. It was all regarding money. They tried to use your ability of being compassionate and loving, and they weaponized it. They also tried to use your sexuality against you to make you more evil than what you were. I'm also getting that they, it's almost like they pimped you out. Like they sent people towards you, but you didn't fall for it. It's either they weren't your type, or you wanted nothing to do with these particular people because they were shallow, almost demonic, very judgmental. I'm also hearing they weren't your cup of tea. Mainly the reason why these people were brought into your life was to destabilize you and keep you distracted from where you're supposed to go and what you were supposed to do. But it seems as though all the pain and all the suffering that they sent you, it only built you rather than destroy you. So it ultimately backfired. Welcome in, Bradley. I take it as a compliment to be a unicorn, but not that kind of unicorn. You definitely got the unicorn energy, but a mystical one. You're definitely not a hoe bag. You have a very traditional, loving mindset and heart space. But ultimately, it's very difficult to live in a world full of posers, right? All right. Welcome in, Dot and Bradley and Maureen and Patricia, Max, Marie, Tiffany, Harris, Ryan, Kitty, Juanita, Piper, Audrey, Kobe, big hugs to you, Kobe. Audrey, all the way from Scotland. Welcome in. Who else? Hey, Stephen. I don't know what my favorite Hot Pocket would be. Welcome in, Emma. Hey, Dimension. Michael, Tiffany, Hey, Python. Python. Do I have a favorite novel? I would have to say The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. It's amazing. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome in, honey. Robert, welcome in. Dorothy, welcome in. Suzanne. Hey, Whispers. Okay, Spirit, what am I starting off with first? Okay. Alright, Spirit. What does the world, what does my collective need to know right now? What is the scoop, Spirit? Really? Okay. So I'm going to do 5 Celtic cross readings, and you just pick one. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Keep the number to yourself. I don't want to see it in the chat. I don't want to see it in the comments. Okay? I don't want to know your number. You hold the number within your heart and soul. That's all. That's it. That's all. Okay, so these readings will be clarified by my light seers as well as the vibe. Okay? You're not funny, Dot. If you want to test my boundaries, there's a particular reason why I don't want to know your number. This is no joking matter. I don't take this as a joke. I don't take my job as a joke. I take it very seriously. Get it? Got it? Good. I don't know whoever I'm speaking to. This could very well be, is it collective? Okay. So, Somebody's about to level up. I'm being told hardcore. Like, this is going to be a hardcore level up. People are not going to recognize you at the end of this level up. People are not going to recognize you. You're going to be a different person. You're going to have a different way, different perspective, different outlook on life. What you thought was actually going on is going to be switched up. I'm really getting that the tables are turning. The wheel of fortune is in your favor, and I've got goosebumps yet again all over. Right up the spine. Your level up is going to be huge. Okay? Whoever this is for. The wheel of fortune is definitely in your favor. Is there anything else going to this collective overall message, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, you could be a high priest or high priestess. We got the Queen of Shells here as well. So your intuition is guiding you during this. Somebody's trying to keep this away from you, but you're untouchable. Okay, they're trying to delay the messages coming into you. They're wasting their time, they're wasting their energy trying to do that. It's all going to fall back on them. Okay, and what Spirit's telling me, channeling wise, is that the reason why they haven't received their karma yet is because it's being built up. It's being built up. It's at the point of topping off. And once these floodgates open, they won't be able to escape it. Okay, so this is the divine being deceptive to see how far these people will go. You're being protected. You just need to continue moving forward with peace and compassion. Be open with your heart space. Allow your intuition and your empathy to guide you through this. Because the wheel is moving in your favor and you're about to level up in ways that you didn't even feel possible. Okay? Welcome in, Lion. Alright, so overall, whoever this message is gelling with, trust the process, go with the flow, use your discernment, use your intuition, open your heart space, and watch how things change. And this is also, like, people were trying to create a bitterness within you, and by you healing, and you letting all that bitterness go, and maybe transmuting it into power, they didn't think that was actually possible. They didn't think that you were actually going to heal from this. They were thinking and they were hoping that they were debilitating you, that they were ruining your life. But it only became your strength. Okay. Cool. Yeehaw. Bradley, when you don't trust the process, I can understand, right? You're not liking the process that's going on, but this is where your discernment and your intuition comes into play. Okay, this isn't to say that not to trust your intuition. This isn't to say to not trust your inner voice. This is to say to trust it all. Trust all your inner voice. Trust the inner process. Trust the inner healing. Trust what Spirit is trying to show you. Okay, and I'm really picking up angel numbers as well. So if you're into angel numbers, or maybe you're new to angel numbers, if you have a particular angel number or any number that you keep seeing over and over and over again, look it up, because there's a message there. Okay, and you might not trust the outer world, and that's okay. Okay, when we say trust the process, That doesn't mean to trust the outer world. That means to trust your inner world. Don't allow the outer distractions pull you away from that process. Okay? Yeah, 9 of Acorns. We're talking about a wounded warrior. Somebody of very, very, very great power. You've been through a lot. All right, Spirit, we're going to get back on track here. So if you're just jumping in now, thank you for joining us tonight for tonight's message. I'm going to be doing 5 Celtic cross messages. You go ahead and pick whichever one you want, 1 through 5. I don't want to know your number in the chat or in the comment section. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just going to go through from 1 to 5. I'm not going to do anything flippity flop anywhere, so just going to start with 1 and go through to the next one, to the next one. Now, Spirit's also saying that a lot of these messages tonight are in the form of a Celtic cross. However, these could very well be different situations that you could be dealing with. All right? And they all could be your message. So this is why I'm being told to tell you to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, I'm just doing a full overall collective within the programming of a 5 Celtic cross messages with the past, present, future, and a outcome. All right. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you'd like to share, hit the subscribe if you're new here. If you're coming back, welcome back. If at all during tonight the messages resonate with you and you'd like to give back to me to help out the channel, super stickers, super thanks, super chats are all welcome. If you try to keep it out of YouTube and you would like to donate another way, I do have a PayPal and I do have options through Hipsy to give me a tip. There's a tip button there. So you can go ahead and give me a tip over there. I think they accept Venmo, they accept PayPal, they accept debit, MasterCard, Visa, all the above. So you can go ahead and do that over there at Hipsy. If you're looking for the link, it's in the link section, or you can find it in the description box. If you are new here, please check out the description box. It will show you how I run things, okay? It will tell you where my links are, where you can join to be a member, okay? As well as the Hipsy site, as well as the way I run my readings, okay? Don't be coming in my chat asking big, huge ass questions, thinking that you're going to get a reading from me and you're just going to disrupt the overall collective message while I'm channeling. It's not the way it goes here. Okay? I don't do freebies anymore. Not unless Spirit asks me to. So, that's the way it is. So take a look at the description box before you start barking off in my chat. Well, they take a cut, Dot, but the whole thing is taxes, right? It goes to taxes, and then you can get taxes, you can get a refund back because of it. So, as much as they might take, it all comes back to you eventually. So, right off the top, okay, shuffle a couple more times. All right. Now these will be 5 different readings. Okay, I'm not going to use the same, I'm only going to shuffle once with these cards, and I'm just going to take off the top for each reading. That's what Spirit's telling me to do, so that's what I'm going to do. So each reading will be different. Okay, there's a side quest. As if. So the Wheel of Fortune's come back out again. Yeah. Hmm. Personal message? Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, right off the top. Okay, everybody. Okay, I'll take these out of the way for now. So right off the bat, your situation is you're pissed off. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling stagnant. Um, Spirit's asking you to discover new ways of looking at things. Um, Try to gain a new enthusiasm, a new perspective. Reevaluate your intention. Now, this very well could be what's going on in your head right now, because you know that you shouldn't be in this frustrated, very angry kind of energy. You could be a fire sign. I'm not really thinking you might be, but you could be in this anger kind of energy. Your heart is being guarded right now. Mm, okay. Within the next 3 to 6 months, things are going to balance out for you. Uh, in the past, you were stepping into your power, you were finding your focus, you were finding your stability. But somebody was trying to thwart that and sabotage. And but the next 3 to 6 months, things are going to balance out a lot better than what you are expecting. I'm also getting, as your crossing card, we've got the moon, so you could be dealing with a lot of emotions. You could be dealing with a lot of illusions being placed on you. And again, this is, I'm getting that this is like a lot of distraction coming into your world because somebody's seen you stepping into your power. You very well could be an Aries. Okay. But somebody's seen you stepping into your power, into your leader position, and they don't like it. They're trying to thwart you from moving forward. Um, they they're they're panning you out as if you're a joke. They're not. They don't believe a word that you're saying. They don't believe a word that's coming out of your mouth. But something tells me they're going to be shook by the end of it. They're going to have no other choice but to believe in you. They're not going to have any other choice but to change their perspective. I'm also getting defamation of character, and I think this is what's got you so pissed off because of them throwing so many illusions. your attitude in relation to this whole thing is you've got angels on your side. You're finding harmony and balance within yourself. Your influence. Uh, you're changing the whole way you look at love and the way you look at your relationships, your friendships, your connections. You're having hope because you are loving yourself. You're standing in this kind of energetic leadership kind of power. Um, your hopes and fears aspect to this is that you have enough patience to go through this, whatever this is. You're coming up with a lot of different challenges because of other people. They fail to take you seriously. And they're coming out with the fact that they're telling people that you betrayed them when they're the ones that betrayed you. And this is why you're so frustrated. I'm kind of I'm vibing with this message, so um, I just happen to be in Aries. So yeah, happy birthday to my Aries. If you've had a birthday this month. But yeah, somebody's coming out with the thought that you apparently betrayed them, but had they treated you different, had they not betrayed you, you wouldn't have had to switch up and act a particular way. And it's because you stood on boundaries, you stood on what you wanted, you stood on where you were going, and you were very focused and very steadfast that they weren't being okay. So I'm really getting the fact that they're telling everybody that you betrayed them is because they couldn't manipulate you into what they wanted. They couldn't pretzel you into what they wanted. So because you didn't listen to them, or because you didn't follow suit, or you didn't fall in line with what they wanted, that's how you betrayed them. Which I don't think that's betrayal. What betrayal is them going behind your back and defaming your character, them going behind spreading lies about you, when all you spend is truth. All you speak is truth. You're very honorable. You're a very integral kind of person. Um, you have a very grounded, patient, open-minded perspective, and people can't handle that. Particularly these people that are trying to thwart you. So it's dealing with a lot of projection energy, I'm getting, which really isn't fair to you, collective. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to do a vibe first, and then I'm going to do the clarification. Can I get a clarification for the King of Acorns? Pretty please. The King of Acorns, reverse. Okay. Somebody's missing you. They want to talk. They want a reunion with you. This is very well could be somebody who's very, very frustrated. What's the crossing card for the moon? That's too many. I'm not even going to look at it. What's the crossing card for the moon? Fine, I'll look at these. So they wanted you to be stressed out. They wanted you to be worried. This could be a father figure. Somebody tried to create a lot of tension where you were concerned. They wanted authority over you, is what I'm thinking. They're trying to discipline you. And I don't even think this is your actual father. I think this is somebody else's father. that thought that they had authority over you, but they really don't. And they were casting illusions on you and your name. Okay? What's the Page of Acorns? Yeah, you discovered the truth, and this is why you don't want any second chances. I think this is the case that you're discovering that they don't align with who you are, and this is why you might have cut them off. Now, this could be very well why you cut them off, right? Because they were deceiving you. They wanted you in fear. They wanted you in worry. They wanted you in your emotions. And I'm also hearing that they created some sort of love affair. Like they were wanting a down low kind of situation. Um, and I don't even think this is a father figure now that I come to think about it. I think this might have been an interest or an ex. I don't know. What is it? Two different timelines in a reading. So one of these particular people could have been someone from your family. But then again, one of these people very well could have been mitigated. What does that even mean? Make less severe, serious, or painful. He wanted to mitigate misery in the world. Okay, so somebody wanted to um, okay. Tell me more, Spirit. So they tried to downplay the way you looked at them to maybe look less severe than what they actually were. So they downplayed maybe their hurt. They've downplayed it. Maybe they downplayed their trauma. They downplayed certain aspects of themselves so that way you wouldn't look at them a certain way. They ultimately lied to you. They were deceptive. Now, this particular energy, because you were standing in your power, I'm really getting the fact that because you were standing in this Emperor energy, they just wanted to get in your energy. They didn't want anything to do with you. They didn't want a commitment. What's the Two of Acorns reversed? They didn't want you giving back. It's like they wanted all of the affection for themselves. They wanted you to pay attention to them, not everyone else. Like, we got the nurturing card for the Two of Acorns. So they didn't want you mentoring, they didn't want you sharing wisdom, they didn't want you giving back to anyone. What's the Six of Crystals? harmony, laughter. Okay, so you're going to be finding balance, peace, happiness, and joy and healing within 3 to 6 months. This is going to be your world with the Six of Crystals. So people are going to be giving back to you reciprocal what you gave them. So whatever you are sowing, you shall reap at this point. What's the Temperance? Okay. I don't know. I really kind of get a feeling you're getting your wings. You're finding your soul family, and with the soul family, you're going to actually find balance. What's the Five of Shells? Hmm. So you were dealing with somebody with a double life. You were dealing with somebody of a cheater. You were dealing with some sort of a backstabber. What's the Hangman? Oh, okay. Apparently there's going to be an apology coming in. So I guess you might be hoping for an apology for somebody being arrogant, taking rash actions against you, having an insincerity. Spirit saying for you to have patience. Continue. Don't allow this person to come in and gaslight you either. Yeah, they're coming in with, they didn't know how to show up. It's kind of the feeling I get. But you are to remain patient and hold on to the perspective that you have. Don't allow people to come in and gaslight you into believing in a different way, because it's not the way that it's going. What's the Three of... Okay. So they wanted you stuck. They wanted you trapped. And if you weren't trapped, they wanted to trap you. They didn't want you having any options, no forgiveness within yourself or anyone else. And this is the way they tried to betray you. Right? But because they couldn't manipulate you, it didn't work out. And this is why they're going around saying you betrayed them, because they couldn't trap you. Like, okay, get a life. Hmm. You're about to find some sort of intimacy with someone, mutual respect, closeness, unity, and they're going to be furious when you find this. And it's also coming back to that, like, true love's kiss kind of situation. So somebody could have so-called supposedly hexed your love life, which, whatever. What love, what love life, right? I love myself. You know, I don't think they expected that. Yeah, they just wanted intimacy with you. They wanted a mutual respect, but it was basically to manipulate you. Like, make it make sense. Okay, King of Acorns, please. Okay, we could be dealing with a, yeah, this, all right, so this King of Acorns was very unstable. They're very, very slow to come forward with any type of offer. They are releasing some sort of temptation or intoxication. Something to do with a Taurus or a dark Hierophant, somebody of like a dark spiritualist energy. They are ridding their life of this, and I think this is why it's taking them so long to come forward. This is true love's kiss, by the way, coming forward. But this particular person, they wanted to destabilize you, right? So they tried to find out who you were going to meet up with, and they tried to intercept, is the feeling I get. Yeah. They tried to betray you by creating a misjudgment and to sabotage any new growth, and as well of any new compassionate energies coming forward to you. Is there a card that flipped over? No? Okay. All right. Let's see. The Page of Acorns, please. Yeah, Page of Acorns. You're going to discover someone, Queen of Cups, or maybe this Queen of Cups is discovering something. Yeah, some sort of wishy-washy energy about a Gemini, a karmic Gemini, some sort of justice with the Hierophant reversed. So I don't know, is the dark spiritualist receiving justice or getting justice due to a wishy-washy love offer? I don't know. This could very well be what you're discovering, what spirit might be showing you, that there's no second chances because they chose a dark spiritualist that made things unbalanced between you two. I'm also getting new contract. So this whole love contract that you had with this particular person very well could be null and void. What I'm getting, yeah, null and void. There's no movement forward with this. So whoever this was, by sabotaging this love offer or whatever, it kind of did you a favor. And again, with the moon here, casting illusions, getting your emotions all out of whack, I can see how this could have been very well a factor in the situation. King of Shells. King of Shells. Oh, Queen of Shells, or Queen of Swords in the reverse. Confirmation. Yeah, so Queen of Swords. This particular person was very, very much a deceiver. I'm also getting this is the one that made you guard your heart the most. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, quite possibly. They projected a lot of emotions, worry, and fear over you to keep you from moving forward. Yeah, they betrayed you. And then they're turning around and telling other people that you betrayed them when you didn't betray them. You were very honest and upfront with them. Okay, whatever. Okay, Emperor. Yeah, you stood in your power, you learned what you needed to learn, and you moved on. You moved on to calmer waters, and because you moved on to calmer waters, they were no longer able to manipulate you. Yeah. You started to evaluate what the situation was, and you knew you weren't getting anywhere. You knew they were holding you back. So by holding you back from where you were going, they were going to lose out on manipulating you. Because you were rising and they weren't. They were staying where they were because they didn't want to heal. They They were too much in their entitlement to heal or move forward. Anything else regarding this? Yeah. You gained a new perspective and you moved towards your independence. It's basically what it is. Nine of Pentacles and the Hangman reverse. Right? So you've seen it at face value and you moved on. If we ever needed a confirmation, right? Can I get the Moon? Yeah. They wanted to end things for you, and they didn't want you having any type of compassion coming forward. So they thwarted it. They tried to intercept it. They didn't want you having any type of closure. They didn't want you having any type of anything, so they ruined it for you. And I'm getting they ruined an actual relationship. They sabotaged a very good relationship that you had. No, they wanted to create chaos. It could have been a chaos with a Sagittarius. They wanted to turn your wheel upside down. And they wanted to take away any type of offers that you had. So they might even be holding on to some sort of mail or some sort of offers or, yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but if you guys have sent me anything in the mail unannounced to me, I didn't receive it. Okay? So whatever address that you had regarding Unit 206, I didn't receive it. Other than the things that I've already mentioned. If I received something, I would come forward and I would nonchalantly, cryptically say thank you, at least, for said gift. So if you've sent me anything, I have not received it. Anything regarding a 235B unit or 206 unit, I haven't received it. Just stating a fact. Two of Acorns. Yeah, they didn't want you moving forward. They thought by creating chaos in your reality that they would keep you from moving forward. What kind of bullshit are we talking about here, Spirit? What about the Two of Acorns? Yeah. By lies, creating lies and deception, they tried to make you just defenseless. Okay? They wanted you feeling helpless and no other way of getting around it. They're extremely selfish and very emotionally and intentfully manipulative. So their overall intention was to share, but they really didn't share. They basically, they were a succubus towards you. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Take out the vibe cards so that way I can actually see the main cards. But yeah, they created lies and deception. They tried to keep you from moving forward quickly. They held you back. And they tried to ruin your protection as well. They tried to leave you vulnerable. But something tells me Spirit had you up and out of there before they could actually do any real big damage. But they had plans. They had really, really disgusting plans. And I think some of the plans that they had, they didn't work out. Yeah, it's all because you were in the process of a new opportunity or a glow up. You were being successful. And they were jealous of it. They were envious. They just need to go and eat shit and get the fuck out of your way, is what it is. Ryan, your tribe. We're allowed to have bad days. And you're more than welcome to hang out and talk with the tribe. It's not about you, Ryan. We're all going through our own shit. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you're thinking anything I'm saying is about you, Ryan, you're not. It's not about you. Okay? If you don't do that shit, then you don't have to worry about that shit. Okay? Stop putting your feet in shit that isn't yours to put into. Okay? A lot of us are feeling attacked right now. But the one thing is we are not going to be attacked in tribe. When we're here, when we're getting the message, we're not going to be attacked here. It's a safe space. I've made it that way. I've got mods to deal with those people that are coming in and attacking us. So you're not going to be hated on, you're not going to be judged while you're here. Okay? I'm just letting you know. If it's not your story, don't make it your story. And just because you picked number 1 doesn't mean it's your reading either. You might have reading number 3 resonate with you. You never know. I'm not going to clarify the Six of Pentacles, okay? I'm going to keep that a secret, because fuck them. What's the Temperance? Of course. Yeah, so where you're winning, collective, and where you're emotionally walking away from that shit that doesn't serve you, okay? They wanted to try to create unrest with you when you were finding balance. Okay? These are very sick, entitled individuals. 5 of shells. Yeah, so you got the 3 of swords, you got the 3 of pentacles, you got the 3 of cups in the reverse, and you got the fool. So you're taking a leap of faith, okay? And they tried to betray you by getting in the middle of this new possibility that you were wanting to collaborate with. They tried to get in between. So they very well could have, and you released this third party situation, right? It wasn't even a factor. You're taking a leap of faith in a new direction. You're looking at, you're very hopeful. You're readjusting the way you look at love and the way you see love, the way you shine your light. And like 333 very well could be a particular number that you're working with. Um, I'm also getting 369 as well. So where you were readjusting your heart space and you were finding out and evaluating what you wanted in your life, the fact that you are being told friend zoned this person, the fact that you did not want anything to do with this person in a particular way, they felt you betrayed them because that's what they wanted with you. When they were willing to collaborate with you, but they were collaborating under false intention. They were collaborating with you in hopes that you would fall in love with them. But because you made them sad by friend zoning them, they're just like, yeah, no. And because they made it so awkward, you took a leap of faith and you got out of it. What's the hangman? Yeah, the 3 of cups. So stay focused. The hangman. Again, emphasizing. Stay patient. You're going to be celebrating soon. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Stay passionate. Stay focused. Stay patient. Continue on with your intention. Your passionate intention. The Page of Wands. And 9 of Swords. Okay. It's like they wanted you hitting another dead end. They wanted you hitting a dead end. They wanted you stuck. But you actually dug deep. Now, I'm also being told to talk about this 9 of Swords. When I talk about courageous healing, 9 of Swords is the epitome of that courageous healing. Okay? 9 of Swords isn't all that bad of a card. It's about introspection. It's about finally going deep. All right? This person looks sad, right? But this person is sad because they're realizing the truth of all the manipulation and all the pain and suffering they've went through. Okay? And it's like they're not even worthy of that pillow. They're not even worthy to sit on the pillow. Right? So they need to get back up on that pillow. That's what they need to do. Okay? The Nine of Swords isn't necessarily the best to go through. It takes a very courageous heart, very courageous soul to do this. It's not an easy ask. But the main thing is here is that you do it. But you do it in a courageous way. You don't do it to ruin yourself. You don't do it to beat yourself up, Ryan. You don't do it to feel sorry for yourself and that you're unworthy. You do it to empower yourself. You do it to bring yourself to a higher elevation within your consciousness and realize who the hell you are. It's about the inner work. Your outer world is all chaotic. What does your inner world look like? Is it chaotic? It probably is. So once you focus on your inner world and you strengthen yourself within your inner world, your outer world has no other choice but to start changing. And this is why it's so crucial that we heal. Because once all of our inner worlds are at peace, just think of the world we're going to have outside of ourselves. And this is where it takes each and every single one of us individually to get there. And everybody has a choice to make. Every single person has a choice to make. We can't be relying on our governments and our systems that are literally crumbling before our eyes. All the systems are being overrun. A lot of the systems are totally outdated. A lot of them need to be reformed. And so does our inner world. And we're not going to see change in the world if we don't change ourselves. If we don't hold ourselves accountable for our own. But this doesn't mean beat yourself up about it. This is to empower yourself. And to step into the highest timeline that you have possible to you. And work with that. Instead of ripping yourself apart. This is where having compassion for yourself really kicks in. You're funny, Brutus. Okay, so what's this Three of Feathers? What's this all about? Oh. Something about betraying your wish fulfillment. Enough said, I'm done with this one. I'm done with this energy. Moving on. Just know, collective, whoever's reading that is, you're on the right track. Okay, there's people trying to distract you. There's people trying to thwart you out of what you're building. They're trying to discredit you, and people are finding out different. Emotional domination by a strong woman. This card could indicate domestic troubles, indications of lack of children or friends. The Empress in reverse. You are discontented with your present way of life. Your future shows an opportunity to travel, and you may change your residence. However, your fondness for mother or family make things difficult. You should now begin to work within a budget. The future indicates a long journey for which you will need extra funds. You have a good brain, and you are usually right over the outcome of a situation. This card indicates a dark-haired teenager who likes their own freedom. This teenager has very strong opinions and will uncover a secret, also private information, which will be of future use for you. You will come under the influence of a dark-skinned young man. Do not be swayed by him in altering your decisions. He has many faults and weaknesses, but hides behind a superior front. A fair teenager will cause you heartbreak in the future if you allow them to have too much of their own way. And you will tell a friend a secret in confidence, and you will be betrayed. A woman will cause you a great deal of trouble. Your employment prospects show no prospect of advancement. Yeah, because of this stupid ass cunt that won't leave you the fuck alone. Alright, next reading. Let's move on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Alright, you're questioning the direction in which to go, collective. The way it looks like, anyway. If you're not careful, you very well could be moving into a very unstable position. So, be vigilant. Pay attention. Yeah. Overthinking your current advancements. Your crossing card is the Four of Feathers. So the fact that you're overthinking a particular endeavor or a way forward, this might be presenting you a little bit of anxiety or angst of panic or some sort of uncertainty, not having the ability to rest. In your head, you're reconciling, you're forgiving, you're letting go. You are looking at strategy, wondering what your next option is. However, in your heart space, you are winning. Things are working in your favor. You are changing and you are looking towards new possibilities. I think within loving yourself and with building on different relationships and different partnerships, doesn't necessarily have to be with love, but just with compassion. The past is saying that you're coming out of a shadow period of darkness. You could have been doing a lot of reflection. With the Ten of Feathers here, with your current position, recovery and transformation. So you could very well be letting go what no longer serves you. However, there's certain things you're letting go of that, I don't know, it's kind of giving that you're like letting go of everyone. And there's certain people that you can be holding on to that are trustworthy, that haven't ever burned you. And you might have done the snip snip with them. I have a feeling they might be a little offended by that. But if they can't come to the realization that you didn't feel that you could trust anyone, like for me, my own situation, I've had a lot of family betray me. So cutting out everybody was the easiest thing to do in order for my own healing. To the people that were genuine to me, it's not that I betrayed you, it's not that I disrespected you or you disrespected me. I was just cutting it all out to focus on myself. No offense, but if you had good intentions and I cut you out and you've always been trustworthy, transparent, and honest with me, feel free to come forward. speak to me. But the haters and the deceivers, you can continue fucking off. And fuck off all the way up fuck off mountain. And when you get to the top, you can jump off the other side for all I care. Um, but yeah, I think collective, whoever you are, you've cut out a lot of fray, and some of this fray was needed to be cut out. And it might not leave you with a lot of options, but these particular people are trying to create a position where you do not have courage, or that you cannot make a commitment, or that you cannot commit, right? Or that you maybe don't want to make any type of commitments because of the pain and the suffering that you've sustained. Your attitude in relation, you're taking accountability for your own actions. And I think this is why you are standing firm on where you're going. You're maybe overthinking things. Mainly because of that, you're taking responsibility, you're dedicating your movements and your moments and your intention to the right things that you feel value of. And everything else, you're letting it go. You're releasing your responsibility that wasn't yours, that you might have been carrying over time. There's a 5 of acorns here, so your influence, you might need to tighten up your bootstraps. You might need to fight off some sort of conflict, or you might be fighting with someone, or somebody might be fighting your overall intentions about moving forward, or they might feel that you are creating conflict where there doesn't need to be. In the hopes and fears category, we have the 3 of shells in reverse. So I think you're releasing a lot of the third-party energies that are. I'm kind of getting like triangulation. Like this isn't even necessarily relationship. This is just people being sent to you to get information. Right? They're asking you stupid personal questions, thinking that you're going to give them the answers, and they don't get the answers that they need. And I think you're releasing these particular people, this particular energy. With your outcome, there's an ace of crystals. And I think there's somebody trying to keep you away from your manifestation. And I think this is a lot of overthinking. Somebody wants you overthinking, so you miss out on this manifestation, and you miss out on this offer. And by the way, if you guys are sending dumbass Bitcoin bullshit to my email, I don't do Bitcoin. So if you're trying to offer me money in Bitcoin, I don't want it. I don't care if it's like 30 and 50 and $65,000 in Bitcoin. I don't care. I want nothing to do with it. I think it's a fucking scam. So if you're gonna come up in my junk mail and you're not gonna, be legitimate in your offerings, I want nothing to do with it. It's all a scam to me. If you can't come right, don't come at all. I don't want your bullshit. Okay? I'm just gonna delete it. Okay? People are saying that I've won $500, and then they keep spamming my email saying I won $500, I won $500, I won $500, and I go do my little investigation into the bullshit, and it doesn't come up with anything legitimate, so I delete it. It's like, you know what? I don't need no bullshit scams. And I'm not going to be taking any phishing. I'm not going to be taking any bullshit scams to where I have to give you money in order to get money. It's like, get out of here. I don't know. I'm not going to fall for your bullshit. Okay? So if you can't come up right to provide an offer or a donation, then I don't want it. Keep your bullshit scam to yourself. And stay the fuck out of my email. That's just the way it is. Yeah, PayPal. You want to donate to my channel? PayPal. Okay? Simple stuff. Anyway, let's clarify this. Where did you go? There you are. Can I get information on the traveler, the fool reversed situation? Yeah. They wanted you having nightmares. They wanted you in some sort of failure. They wanted you broken. They wanted you shattered. But you're not. That's the thing. Right? Yeah, Archangel Michael's protecting you. And I think that's why you're overthinking so much, because he's really getting you to think about, is this what you want? Or is this what you want? Is this what you've been trying to run away from? Or is this what you're running away from? What are your priorities, Aiden? What are your priorities? Kind of situation, right? Can I get more on the Four of Feathers, please? Yeah. So somebody's like clingy. There's an ex. There's a dead relationship that they haven't changed their ways. Okay, and they're clingy as fuck, and they're trying to create unrest with you. Yeah. They don't want your mentorship. They don't want to listen to anything you have to say. And they don't want you giving back to the world either. Really interesting. The Five of Feathers. Okay. Predominantly. Five of Feathers reversed. So somebody's reconciling some sort of tragedy, some sort of somebody wants to reconcile, but they're not willing to reflect. They're not self-reflecting. Right? They want to reconcile, but they're not. They're very shallow. This is that shallow energy. They don't think. It's like dark up there. Like the lights are not on. Nobody's home. Right? They don't like reflecting. They don't like looking in the past. They don't like taking responsibility or accountability or anything. Right? What about the wheel in the heart space? What's the wheel represent? Yeah. I'm really getting somebody's envious at the fact that you love yourself. The fact that you're successful, that you love yourself, that you find self-worth, about you, about your situation, the fact that you're not brokenhearted anymore. Somebody's trying to ruin that. What's the shadow? I don't think so. I'll take these two. Yeah, somebody wanted to get you gambling. Somebody wanted you gambling your life. They were teasing you. They were trying to be a distraction. Oh, they were offering you a vacation. They were offering you a way to get away, to relax, to have fun, but they were only teasing you. Okay, because they didn't want you to be self-empowered. They didn't want you having any ambitions to move forward, so they were trying to distract you, only to bring you down a notch, which failed epically. Ten of Feathers. Okay, so recovery, transformation. You created some boundaries to some sort of disrespectful energy. You defended yourself. Enough is enough. And I think you kind of peeped some things. They were up and coming and you wanted nothing to do with it. So you're like, yeah, I'll peace out. Let's not, before it even gets started. King of Crystals in reverse. Yeah, you're going to get an apology by King of Crystals, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It was very unstable. They were very arrogant, rash actions, very insincere. It's looking like you're going to get some sort of an apology for that. Ten of Acorns. Yeah, you're healing. You're meditating. You're reflecting. You're letting go of what no longer serves you. You're letting go of guilt that wasn't even yours. Five of Acorns. Yeah, somebody was creating challenges and growth because they were envious of you. They were very resentful. They were competitive and discontent with you because you're growing and you're being loving and compassionate. They wanted to create conflict and misery in your life and challenges. Okay, so there's intimacy, longing, mutual respect, unity, closeness, missing you, let's talk, reunion. So yeah, because you friend zoned this person, they wanted all this with you, but you friend zoned them. And so now they're bringing you challenges because of that. Three of Shells reverse. Okay. Whoa, I didn't want to drop them. Three of Shells reverse. You're releasing this energy that wanted you to feel left out. You're releasing this so-called love affair, dirty little secret. They just wanted a sex fix, down low kind of situation. And because you burn bridges, they want to rekindle things. But they're basically a distraction. The Ace of Crystals. You let go of the narcissist, is what you did. You found balance, peace, and happiness, and now things are starting to pick up and they want to grab a hold of your ankles. Right? But yeah, they're trying to thwart you out of this new beginning, this newfound stability, this manifestation, prosperity. They're trying to keep you away from it, as if they're entitled to tell you and dictate your life. Some people and their children, man. I'm moving on because I'm done with this energy too. I'm just going to clarify with the what's the vibe. I'm not clarifying it twice. Screw that. What's the next reading? Nine of Crystals to the Nine of Feathers. We got the Eight of Acorns to the Ten of Shells. Oof. The Three of Crystals to the King of Feathers and the Chariot. The Knight of Shells in reverse to the Strength. The Empress and the Star reverse. What is wrong with this energy, guys? I don't like it. I really don't. You're finally finding your independence, right? You're finally on your way of building a stability for yourself, collective. And, you know, you're changing your perspective. You are striving with self-empowerment. But somebody's trying to ruin this for you. Somebody's trying to distract you from this independence. Somebody doesn't feel that you deserve independence. that you deserve to be on your own, that you deserve to have your own space. You should be constantly manipulated. You should be constantly taken advantage of. You should be constantly in this energy of, manipulation and menace. The Eight of Acorns in the reverse in the headspace. You're really not really sure as to what or where or how you're going to get there. And in the outcome, it's looking like they don't want you to have any particular hope, help, or peace. They're trying to put you out. They're feeling very entitled to who you are. It's almost as if they purchased you and you're their slave, which I do not consent to any of that for myself or anyone in my tribe. I believe we're on number 3. I could be wrong. Maybe 4. But my mind's eye is saying 3. Your heart space, you got a 10 of shells in the reverse. You got a 10 of cups in reverse in your heart space. You're literally going through it. You're literally going through a huge bucket of betrayal right now. And this past energy that you were with, they were only collaborating with you to put you in your head. They were only collaborating with you to be a part of your productivity. They were only collaborating with you to get what they could out of you. It was nothing about you or what you could offer. It's all about what they could take and how they could take advantage of you. But with the King of Feathers here, there's definitely some sort of logic and justice, balance, truth. I think you're standing on truth. I think you are realizing what it's all about, who's at play here, and what they're trying to do. Now, this could very well be dealing with a Cancer. We've got the Chariot here in the reverse. That karmic Cancer has come out to play again. It's a relentless energy that just can't fuck off when they really should. Like, go up on fuck off mountain and jump off the edge, please. Get the fuck out of my energy. And it's mainly because they've been at your, you know, without being at your throat, they might as well be at your throat, right? So there is no respect there. There is no compassion there. And I think they're mad about it. The fact that you got no spoons left for them. You got no energy left for them because they've done nothing but lie to you and deceive you and sabotage you and then gaslight you and be there and act like a friend when they really weren't your friend to begin with. They were never your friend. And quite frankly, they enjoyed listening to you suffer. They enjoyed watching you suffer. This is a sick, twisted individual. Very sadistic. Very narcissistic. But I guess that there's truth coming out. Within the next 3 months, there's going to be truth coming out about this particular person. There could be also truth coming out about them screwing with your car. Or your way forward, or your possibilities. Your attitude in relation to the situation, you're done. You're done showing charm and compassion and passion to this person. You know, you're choosing as to who you're sharing this with. Your influence, you're finding courage and endurance within yourself. You're invoking your inner warrior. You're not taking shit anymore from anybody. You're putting your foot down. Right? For the longest time here, you thought you were self-sabotaging, not realizing there was actually somebody pulling some strings behind your back, trying to ruin your life and dim your shine because they're envious and jealous and in competition with you. But since you've cut them off, they've been grasping at straws in order to get under your skin. And everything that they've come up against you with isn't working anymore. Yeah, I'm going to clarify with my little one here, my little light seers. I'm going right off the top. Yeah, betrayal. I can't say this enough. Like, I don't even need to clarify it. I'm clarifying it by my gifts. But anyway, what do we got? Yeah, to disempower you, to keep you from walking away, to cast illusions on you that are coming to light, to make you feel helpless, to remove you from any type of independence, to be very, very selfish and expect you to owe them something. Apparently you owe them something. Meanwhile, they betrayed you in your life. But you owe them something. Give me a fucking break. Trying to bring about old pain and old suffering, inability to move forward. They're trying to ruin your family. They're lying on you. And the truth is coming out on how they were trying to get you to be self-sabotaging, but they tried to ruin your life. Okay? And the fact that you survived this dimming, them trying to put out your light, you're getting recognition instead. So it's blowing up in their face royally, making you feel defenseless, at the same time trying to collaborate with you. Smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. 9 of crystals and leaving you in a 9 of fucking wands in reverse. Give me a break. Yeah, you're a wounded warrior. You need to be in this. You've got 1 wand left. And this last wand is going to be your ugly stick. This last wand that you got to grab is your ugly stick. And this is the one that you're going to beat the motherfucker with that comes up against you. Right? So get that ugly stick ready. Because you're not walking away, you're not running away, you're standing firm on your boundaries. And if people don't fucking like that, that's not your problem, collective. If they want to fuck around, they're going to find out. You're done playing stupid ass drama games. You're about to fucking... You're about to show out. They're not going to know what hit them. All right, on to number 4. I'll call it number 4 anyway. Okay. Ooh, yeah. This one's okay. It's a little bit of hit or miss, but it's all right. All right. So this particular reading here, collective, somebody's got a new idea. Somebody's got a new confidence within themselves that they're going to want to move forward, right? You know that somebody's manipulating you. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. You know somebody's manipulating you. Somebody's trying to make you make a decision without all the facts. Somebody's trying to deceive you.
You know this because you can feel the manipulation. Okay, you're putting your dots together. You're crossing your T's. You're dotting your I's. You're looking at all the variables. You're looking at all the situations that you've been in throughout this particular, we'll call it a friendship. I wouldn't even call it a situationship because it's less than that. Somebody was collaborating with you. Again, the only reason why they were collaborating with you is to break your heart. They wanted you to miss out on your wish fulfillment. They wanted to bring imbalance to your relationships, to the people that you love, anything that you love. They wanted to bring it to shambles. And they very well could be bringing you to a position of needing to move forward, but they want to leave you helpless. Okay? They want to see you struggle. They would sooner see you in this Nine of Wands in reverse energy. And I think mainly the reason why is because they want your inheritance. They want what you have. And they're not going to get it. They're not. It's impossible. You're protected by angels. You're protected by your spirit guides. You're protected by source energy. It's because of your vows that you've taken that keeps you protected. I think this is like a spiritual inheritance. They feel entitled to it. They want your gifts. They want your abilities. They don't feel that you use them to their fullest capacity when they don't even understand what you've been through to even get these gifts to begin with. And I'm also hearing there that they think you're too humble, that you need to create chaos. You need to be more selfish. Spirit's also actually coming forward and saying, no, we're proud of you. We're proud of your humbleness. We're proud of your heart space. We're proud of your healing. We're proud of your courage. We are proud of you. We are rooting you on. Continue focusing and don't even pay this idiot no mind. They will be dealt with very, very swiftly. But it's almost looking like they're going to try it again. It's almost looking like they're going to try to get you in a position where you're helpless. They very well could bring in some sort of new offer or send someone towards you with a new offer, thinking that you're going to take this offer because it's too good to be true. So that way they can basically manipulate you and ruin you, just like they've always continued to do. But your intuition is on point now. You're not taking on a lot of offers. And now they're having to go back to the drawing board to find out a different way to affect you, and it's not working. It's looking to me here that what they're going to do to try to bring about your demise is going to bring about your rise, and you're going to step right into your Ten of Pentacles. It's literally going to fast track you to your Ten of Pentacles. Because not only are they going to tell on themselves, okay, but they're going to tell on themselves with their intention. Not only now, but previous intentions. And it's literally going to be opening up the gate to have them judged. Not only in 3D, but in the spiritual. And what I'm hearing from the spiritual court is that you've already won. So all that energy is now trickling down. And the reason why they're trying it one last time is because they're scared shitless that they're going to be exposed. And this is when they're going to be exposed for all of their previous intentions. And Spirit's also saying for me to tell you to act in example. Don't act in a reaction. Act it act in a way that is going to show up as an example as to how you do not react to bullshit. Because they're going around saying that you're ungrounded, that you're very unstable, that you're unbalanced, you don't know who you are, you don't know what the hell you're doing, you're delusional, you don't know a thing that you're talking about. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are delusional for coming at you the way they did. They are going to be found out to be the delusional one. Okay? They're trying to play on your vulnerabilities. They're trying to play on your position of being unstable and not having a place to live. They're playing on the abilities of your vulnerabilities to leave you helpless. And they're ultimately trying to create a tower that you cannot come back from. Because every other tower that they created for you, you seem to bounce back very quickly. Despite all of their manipulation and despite who they send to you to triangulate you, you bounce back rather quickly. Some of these people are in awe of how you bounce back, and then some of them are like, I don't even think they're human. So it doesn't matter what we do, and I think some of them are actually giving up. But they're playing on your fears that you're never going to find a home, that you're never going to find any comfort, that you're not ever going to be included in any type of community ever again. Because any community that you become a part of, they're planning on throwing rumors and drama and a whole bunch of bullshit your way because of it. But we have the awakening in the reverse. We have the seven of acorns, which is the seven of wands in reverse. We've got, which is helplessness. We've got the four of acorns, which is an absolute destruction to home life, community. Then we've got the tower, which is radical changes. We've got the love in the reverse, which is the lovers. So totally imbalanced within your heart space, but that's in the past. We've got the Nine of Acorns in the reverse, which is feeling totally vulnerable and powerless, having to submit to tyranny and manipulation. We've got the Three of Acorns, missing out on that what you were building and that what you were working on. They were trying to thwart it all, make it all basically for nothing, and collaborating with other people to make sure that you do not have any type of closure or any type of ships coming in. Like everything that you're working on is for nothing. And then we have the magician in reverse. So we're talking about somebody that's going against your free will, somebody that's working dark magic against you, somebody that's throwing voodoo and root work and all this other bullshit. No, it's not working. It's going to blow up in their face. And I think that's what this tower is representing. The tower that they are expecting for you is going to them. It very well could be that you're going to make some major changes soon that they don't see coming. And I think that's what's going to do them in. And they're not going to be happy once these changes happen, because they're not going to be within your grasp anymore. officially. I'm also getting that there's some sort of an investigation going on behind the scenes. I have a feeling their phone might be tapped because they've already been flagged as a possible suspect. This is a very karmic Cancer individual that's a possible, that it's definitely somebody you've cut out of your life. I also get a feeling that this particular Cancer has already tried to create a report, and now they are getting flack because they not only did not find anything within this report of what they were accusing you of, not only that, but they are finding out that through a little bit of a deeper investigation, is that this Cancer was the reason for all of the thwarting and all of the pain that you've been going through. So it's actually it's basically blowing up in their face. I'm not going to clarify it. I've got one more to do here. I will clarify the next one. Pray tell, it's a good one. Ugh. Starting out with the Injustice card. Awesome. A lot of fucked up energy, though. Somebody's leaving you in the dark about something. We're definitely getting the tea tonight. Okay. I need a cigarette. Dreams, Ryan. You can shut up, Timothy. Sorry, Timothy, I'm in a fuck around and find out kind of mood right now. Considering the dumbass energy that's coming through tonight. You're welcome, Dot. Ryan, please be good to yourself. Specifically, if you can't be good at it. Hey, Aaron. Welcome in, Trudy. So is that Mayberry or is it Mawberry? Hey, Susan. So A, May. Cool. Does anybody ever call you Aaron? The one A is silent. Aaron. Like, who taught you how to spoke? I find it cute, though. It is what it is. I call my power back to me, and I cut any cords that no longer serve me and my highest good. From any realm, anything, anyone that chooses any ill will towards me, of any sort, whether it be black magic, evil eye, voodoo, root work, any ill will is automatically sent back to sender and bound to them until they learn perfect love and perfect trust within their hearts. As above, so below, as within, so without, and so it is. It's almost time for cheesecake. Because I can. Why is opening up a can of pop or iced teas that fucking loud and difficult? I try to keep it down, and that's next to impossible. Anyway. Whoever I'm talking to for this particular reading, you've suffered some major injustice. Okay? And word has it, they've had you juggling. Somebody's coming forward with an idea. But this idea isn't a great idea. Okay? You are intuitive, you are empathic or empathetic, and the divine is giving you everything that was taken from you. Okay? Everything somebody is trying to take away and to ruin, you're being compensated. You have a very, very dedicated intention. You're very talented. You've made huge progress despite it, despite the pain, despite the chaos, despite the mischievous bullshit people are playing. And you're going to have mental clarity very, very soon. You are also fighting for what you believe in. You're standing on business. And despite people bringing you faulty offers and fake offers to rip it apart, everything that you're working on, they want a piece of it. And they're doing anything and everything to get intertwined somehow, some way, in order to disadvantage you. They're trying to get you to juggle. They're trying to get you distracted. They're trying to take you out of balance and not give you any ability to adapt. They're trying to leave you in the dark, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. However, you're very creative. You're very passionate. Your intention is loyal, dedicated to progress and results. You feel that what you are working towards is beneficial not only to you but other people. And you will be finding happiness, and you will be receiving abundance regardless of what they think. You really need to take stock of your options and your possibilities. Most of all, keep them to yourself. You need to follow through with your intention and then talk about it. But even then, I wouldn't bother talking about it. Because these people that are behind trying to meddle in your business, they're idiots. They're scum. They're literally the bottom of the barrel. And you've rose above them. And they're trying to stick you in a box that you can't get out of. But unbeknownst to them, you love yourself. They tried to ruin you. They tried to bring you to a worthless piece of trash. They tried to ruin and defame your character. They created lies and deception behind your back. They ruined relationships. They ruined your family. They ruined your friendships. They wreaked havoc in your life, thinking they knew better than you. But it was all because they did not want to heal. It's all because you pretty well called them on their shit and they couldn't handle it. And you ripped their mask off. Just know that you will be loved. You are loved. You will find love again. And this will be a type of love where everything else, it'll make everything else make sense. And this new love is going to love you for you. This new love isn't going to allow other people to come between you two. So this reading in particular is telling you to stay focused on your passions. Stay focused to try to find your happiness and abundance. Stay true to yourself and don't allow other people's deception and rumors have any indication as to who you are. These people are envious of where you're going and what you're doing and who you are, and they wish they were you. They wish they could swap you out and you could have their life and their karma, and they could have your life, but that's not the way it is. You do not consent to that, and nor will you put up with their bullshit any further. And I also feel that that spirit is kind of leaving you in the dark about certain things because they don't want you snapping out. Because the audacity of these people is real. The audacity of these people that feel that they have entitlement over your abundance and over your life. The audacity of their intentions and of their entitlement is disgusting. They should be ashamed of themselves. Extremely ashamed of themselves. But they are so deluded that they don't care. They really don't care. They know they're going to hell anyway. So they don't care. They don't care what chaos they create. And something tells me they're already in hell. They're in hell on earth right now. Because they're going through their own challenges. And they're trying to blame it on you. They're trying to project all their pain and their suffering onto you. So if you feel an odd thought or an odd feeling coming in from out of nowhere, it's not even yours. Okay? It's not even yours. It's them projecting it onto you. Alright? So make sure that you take time to realize and validate your feelings compared to their feelings. And this is why healing is so predominantly important, because as you heal your pain and your suffering, you become stronger. You empower yourself. You hold your own perception. You hold your own truth for what you're dealing with. You hold yourself accountable. You stick up for yourself. You stand on boundaries. You build the walls that you need to, but also make sure you build a window, a door with a peephole, so that way you can see who's knocking. Maybe a double lock and a deadbolt. Who knows? But ultimately, collective, things are going to work out better than expected. You just got to stay true to you. And don't let other people's opinions dictate to you who you're going to be or how you're going to be. People are pissed off at the fact that you're healing from their turmoil and their chaos. And you're turning your pain to power. And they don't like it. They don't like the fact that you're succeeding. They don't like the fact that you're winning. I mean, come on, you were supposed to be dead in a ditch somewhere by now, but here you are. You're continuing to win. You're continuing to strive. You're continuing to step up and step beyond what they thought that you'd ever be. And I think at this point, you're even surprising yourself. So continue doing that. Continue surprising yourself. Continue stepping up. Continue leading by example. Continue giving back where it's warranted. Allow those people to show up that are honorable and cherish them. And anybody that wants to come up against you and manipulate you or disadvantage you, you'll at least know where they stand. And that way you can act accordingly. And that doesn't mean you have to lash out. They're just showing you who the hell they are. I think I might have been triggering someone. What do you think, Max? Can I get a vibe check on this? Pretty please. Right off the top? No, right off the top. Aww. This person that's after you, they actually love you. They're holding their real feelings in. Because they want to love you, they want to be with you. And you cut them off. So because you cut them off, and you cut them literally out of your life, not even just friend zone them, but I think you friend zoned them too, right? And because you friend zoned them, right, they were offended at the fact that you friend zoned them, that you wouldn't be with them. So they wanted to tell you their real feelings and their unspoken desires, but you literally broke their dreams of being together with you. Meanwhile, they played in your face the whole time. So I don't know exactly what they expect. But they were hoping for another chance with you. The audacity. Anyway, your injustice, it's an injustice to them because you're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're not in this position of having no options. You're forgiving yourself for putting yourself through that. You're not forgiving them. And instead of you being trapped, now they're trapped. Okay? Believe it. The fact that you are moving forward and giving back You're showing discipline. You're showing new ideas of stability. The fact that you're nurturing, the fact that you're in this mentorship or giving mentorship or you're mentoring, the fact that you're giving back and sharing wisdom, they're trying to thwart that. They're trying to ruin it. Okay? The fact that you're standing on your truth and you're not changing your perception to the way they think or they want you to think. You're standing on your truth. You're nurturing the truth that is you. Okay? They're not reflecting on what they've done wrong. They don't want to take accountability. You called them out on their shit. You know exactly who they are. You ripped off their mask of deception. Okay? And the fact that, yeah, you've got some untapped talents that you're tapping into now. You're answering questions that you've had on your mind for quite a while just by nurturing your truth. Okay? And the thing is you don't have to self-reflect on the truth that you already know 100%. So they're getting you to, they're trying to get you to gaslight yourself. They're trying to get you to reconnect or reassess, right? You don't have to gaslight yourself on what you already know to be a fact. And it pisses them off that they can't distract you into thinking less of yourself, right? They can't manipulate you into feeling worthless. Oh, shucks. The Seven of Feathers, the Seven of Swords reversed. This is the Sevenfold Blessings card, okay? The way I call it anyway. Uh, they tried to get a strategy of ruining your heart space, of breaking your heart, right? They didn't want you having any new opportunities. They didn't want you having a new career or a successful business or anything. They didn't want you having a glow up. But you're getting it anyway. Enough said. You're getting it anyway. And to them, it's absolutely infuriating, the fact that you're succeeding. So keep succeeding. Drive them absolutely mad, collective. Drive them absolutely mad, because you know what? They're eventually going to come out of the woodwork. They're actually going to come at you screaming and yelling and in a huff. But that's when you'll probably lay them right the fuck out cold. Okay? So just hold your composure, stand in your power, and keep moving forward. Because if they come out of the woodwork at you, they'll be in for a rude awakening. Okay? The Eight of Crystals. Where they wanted to bring you loss, where they wanted to bring you depression, and where they wanted you to commit suicide. Okay? They wanted you dead in a ditch. Okay? They wanted you hopeless. Alright? Meanwhile, here you are as an Eight of Pentacles. You're dedicated. You're dedicated to your progress. You're dedicated to your way forward, your new life. You're dedicated to your glow up. You're dedicated to your new beginnings. Okay? And they tried to ruin that for you. They tried to take it away. They tried to make you hopeless. And that's blowing up in their face. I'm also, Spirit saying, yeah, just let them watch. Spirit saying, oh, they're watching. Let them watch, though. Let them watch, because it's infuriating them. They're sitting there shaking. They're fucking livid at the fact that you're calling them out on their shit. So keep going. Keep doing that. Okay. The Ace of Feathers. Mental clarity and foundation. Okay? The truth is coming forward. And just like I said, all right, they tried to delay you. They tried to delay your and procrastinate your blessings. They tried to delay the truth coming forward about a certain situation. And I'm thinking this has something to do with the betrayal. Okay? But the truth is coming out. Okay? And I have a feeling they might have used your information to take out some sort of a loan. Okay? And they got caught up for fraud. Okay? And the thing is at some point you asked them for help and they were too busy to care. Okay? They were too busy to care. They were procrastinating in any type of help. But when they wanted help, they expected you to help them right now, right this second. You should drop absolutely everything for them. But when it come to you needing their help, they were never there for you. This imbalance that they tried to create, that they're going to be trying to create, okay, the Two of Crystals in reverse, with the inability to balance out and adapt, have you juggling all the time, they're confused now and perplexed and conflicted at the fact that you're just fine, at the fact that you're at peace. They're totally confused as to why their magic and their bullshit isn't working. They tried to create a lot of chaos, extreme chaos in your life. Okay? They tried to keep you in the dark about this chaos, about who it was, trying to get other people after you so that way they could keep their hands clean. And once these people figured out who the hell they were sending and who the hell they were dealing with coming up against you, they stood corrected. Okay? A lot of these people that they had come up against you ended up getting some major karma. Okay? All just to keep their own hands clean, thinking that they were still going to get away with it. And again, their karma is building up and building up and building up and building up. They're drowning in it now. They're drowning in the karma that they sent to you because it's all getting sent back. Okay? And the thing is that you're about to be in some major bliss, collective. Okay? And you're about to leave them in the dust, not just the dark. They tried to create disaster and downfall and upheaval in your life and a whole hell of a lot of chaos. And it's all going back to them tenfold. Okay? They will not know what actually hit them. It's going to hit them so fucking hard, okay, that they won't even know what hit them. They might even get their lights knocked the fuck out. Okay? by the karma. Again, collective, you're not going to have to lift a finger. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, on the clock. 168.38. It's 12:34 right now. Collective, if you've been kicking it with me for quite a while, and this is going to be a clarification and a confirmation that when you heal and you stand for integrity, okay, and when you stand for what's right, when you have a good intention, when you follow through with your passions and creativity, and you allow the inner voice to guide you in that, okay, and you heal, and you do that courageous healing, and you start transmuting and alchemating the negative energy, and you're neutralizing the pain and the suffering, and you're bringing balance to that, that heightens your frequency. Okay? It heightens your frequency. When you step out of that karmic lower south node energy officially, okay, that karmic energy can no longer touch you. It bounces right back to them automatically. You don't even have to do return to senders. You just give it to Source. Source, the vengeance is yours. Have fun. Give them what they deserve. Okay? And by stepping into that north node energy and continuing to raise your frequency, and you reach that frequency of love and compassion and unconditional love, it puts you in alignment to your soulmate. You don't have to go looking for your other half because you're doing the healing for yourself. You're standing in your power. You're recognizing who the fuck you are, and you're standing on it. You're sticking up for yourself. You're showing up for your inner child. You're showing your inner child compassion. You're healing that abandonment wound. You're healing the worthlessness wound, or the worthy wound. When you start loving on yourself, the divine gives that back to you in a soulmate reunion or a soulmate union. So you don't have to be worried or wondering whether or not I'm going to find someone that loves me. The divine will gift you somebody that is literally perfectly in alignment with who you are and where you're going. And 9 times out of 10, they will give you someone that is in alignment with where you're going, to the point where you guys will be able to acknowledge each other. And not only acknowledge each other, but you guys will be able to heal and grow together as well, which will even strengthen your bond even more. Okay, so don't be out there looking for a relationship. The divine will gift you that at the right time. And this is why it's so important for you to love yourself first. Okay? Stepping into that energy is going to bring you that energy. So not only do you love yourself, you're going to find somebody that loves you too. And you're not going to have to worry about whether or not they're karmic. Because you're not only going to see it, but you're going to feel it. You're going to know it within every part of your being that this particular person is being sent to you. You won't have to question it. There will be no more red flags. And in fact, you'll be a little bit shocked at how many green flags there are. Okay? So continue standing in your passion Continue moving forward with your intention. Continue being you, exactly for who you are. This is why I say, if you cannot be good at it, then at least be good to yourself. So that way you can be good to others. It all comes back to that. So have the courage to love yourself and to heal you, to be in alignment with that beautiful new beginning. Okay? Seven of Crystals, options and results. You're taking stock at what serves you and what doesn't. You're cutting out what doesn't. Okay? And the thing is you're finding as you're cutting out, the weight is lifting. As you're recognizing what your options are and who you should have in your life and who you shouldn't, a lot of the burdens, a lot of that weight on your shoulders is starting to dissipate, starting to lift. It's not so heavy anymore. Okay? And this is part of that healing process that I speak about all the time. Okay? A lot of love goes out to my tribe right now. From my heart, my soul. Thank you for sharing this evening with me. You're no longer feeling empty, collective. You're no longer feeling burned out or burdened. You're not feeling the stresses you had prior because you're doing the work. And although it's not easy to look at the past, you're doing it with warrior boots on. You're doing it with conviction. You're doing it with truth. You're doing it with the ability to find the truth, to stand on your perception and how you look at things, and know that you are nurturing that truth. That is you. Nothing else matters in the world other than that. Because as you start to heal and as you start to step into your destiny, into who you are, who you've always been called to do, called to be, everything will make sense. Everything will fall into place. And yes, you will be untouchable, unfuckwithable, fructose intolerant, inability to take other people's bullshit, and you'll stand on business. You'll stand on what's right. When you can finally fall asleep and rest and wake up rested, it's a new day, it's a new world. Okay? Right now, a lot of us might be so tired that no matter how much sleep we get, it's a tired that sleep can't fix. Okay? That tiredness, that burnt out feeling, no matter how much you sleep, it doesn't fix it. It's because you're failing to look within yourself. Okay? You're carrying too much weight. But once you start acknowledging that weight, once you start acknowledging what's no longer serving you, and finally releasing it once and for all, that weight is lifted. And as you start to sleep better, you rest better, and as you start to rest better, you start to eat better. You start to feel better. You get more energy. And things start to fall into place. And this is what you have available to you, collective, when you take stock of your options, take stock of all the work that you've done, and know that it wasn't for nothing. That if you stay consistent, if you stay focused, okay, you're going to see the results. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Okay? I'm not coming here to talk about bullshit. I'm not giving you the runaround. I'm not giving you fucking snake oil. I'm speaking from my own personal experience of going within. It's not easy. But I'll tell you right now, it's worth it. You will find your happiness, collective. It's evident. It's inevitable. Okay? Thank you, kitty. The Ace of Shells is sitting here, happiness and abundance. Not only are you going to feel loved, but you will be loved. You will know what love feels like again, honorably, with good intention. This particular person is suffering in silence because they were never able to step forward and speak on it. Why? Because they didn't love themselves. They didn't want to open up their heart to you, so they closed off. They were in very karmic energy, and they remain in that karmic energy. They're not willing to look beyond the pain. They're not even willing to look at the pain that they caused themselves and the pain that they caused you. They have a major guilt within them for coming up against you, and they're about to receive some karma that they don't, probably that they don't feel that they're going to come back from. And they did it to themselves because they were envious. They were constantly in competition with someone that wasn't even playing. You've been nothing but authentic to these people. You've been nothing but open and transparent and honest with these people, and they lied on you, they betrayed you, and they tried to ruin you and sabotage you. All because of your transparency and honesty and integrity that you hold. And now they're suffering in silence. They're not able to speak of their desires because you've cut them out. They're not able to share their real feelings because their real feelings don't matter to you anymore. And all their dreams of being with you and working with you and being in your life are broken because they couldn't even measure up, at least to be honest with you, to be able to work with it. They didn't want to collaborate. It was all about sabotage. It was about ego. It was about them being better than you. If they weren't better than you, then they didn't want to be a part of you. They would rather rip you apart. And that's on them, not you, collective. It's just the way it goes. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Because had they did better, had they wanted better for themselves and actually applied that to their life, they might have gotten somewhere. But they chose against it. They chose to be in competition rather than collaboration. And that's on them. And unfortunately, whether or not they like it or not, they're going to take accountability for that. Because the divine isn't going to let it go until they do. And where they wanted you to suffer, they will suffer. And the fact that they come at you in your life and they wanted you dead in a ditch, some of them are actually extremely scared. Some of them are shook. Because anything they sent to you, it's nowhere to be found. So now they're curious. Now they're wondering, and now they're worried whether or not, or as to when, they will be receiving that backfire. And this is why it's stated, treat people how you would like to be treated. For you never know, the people that you treat really, really badly could be the only ones that can help you out of it. And some of these people, they called on different entities that they had no idea about. They called on different entities that they thought that they could control, and now these entities are haunting them. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You fuck around, you find out. you play really stupid games, you're probably gonna win really stupid prizes. Why would I be in fear of God? Why should I be in fear of God? When you live with good intention, when you live in passion, respect, truth, honesty, transparency, integrity, forgiveness, compassion, what makes you feel that you would be scared of God, or what would give you a reason to be God fearing? Hmm? The only ones that fear God are the ones that are against God. The only ones that fear source energy are the ones that are doing black magic and manipulation. The people that choose to do dark magic and dark energy work, they're meeting their maker. They will be dealt with by the divine light. That same life force that the divine bestows and blesses you with to give you life, to help your heart beat, to, to keep your brain fired up. It's all coming from the same central sun into the many different galaxies and solar systems, to the many of the different planets that are holding life right now. And absolutely every single one of you has this divine light within you. It's always been there. So where you feel that you're looking for that light at the end of the tunnel, you are that light. And it's only reflecting back. Anything and everything that you've always wanted within yourself or to have has always been within you the whole time. The ability to create, the ability to manifest, the ability to think, the ability to feel, the ability to touch, the ability to see, to hear, to speak, to smell, to sense, and to know. It's all within you. It's always been there. A lot of you have been desensitized and programmed and hypnotized by outer distractions. And by being distracted by fear, by hate, by judgment, by discord and chaos, what do you expect in your life when you're distracted by such things? You will get more of that. So focusing on that negativity will bring that to you. And when you have people sabotaging your life and taking you down a notch, kicking you off of your soapbox, thinking that you are over entitled, that you don't deserve to be in a particular position, thinking that you're just a fraud, let them think what they want to. Let them believe what they want to. Because it shows you who they are. And it shows you what you're not. And what you're striving to not become. Allow them to show up in your life as examples of what you do and what you don't want in your life. And act accordingly. And I guarantee you, collective, everything will fall into place. Even though things are rough right now, things will fall into place. But it takes us and our inner healing to start that momentum moving. Without us, our existence would not be. Without us, our world would not exist. We are here to experience. We're here to love. We're here to work together as a community, as a worldly community. No matter whether you're gay, no matter whether you're straight, no matter whether you're trans, no matter whether you're black, no matter whether you're blue, you're white, you're gray, you're fucking purple. I don't give a fuck who you are. As long as you show up with good intention and love in your heart, that's all we need. One love. Exactly, Maureen. So please, when you are moving forward, step with intention, with positive intention. Step forward to recognize what's wrong and speak out about it. So that way those that see it for what it is can reflect and change their inner world, being inspired by you setting that example. Be the example that you want to see in the world. Be the inspiration that other people need in times of trouble, in times of darkness. Be that light. This is the main premise of why I come to YouTube. I wanted to be that light. When I first started on here, I was coming out of a very dark period of my life. I was still in darkness. And quite frankly, I'm still in darkness. But the fact that I realized that I am the light that I needed to not only be for myself, but for you. And just as I am the light for you, shining it in the darkness, you're my light. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. So I'm very much in gratitude for every single one of my tribe. My supporters, my members, my subscribers, my viewers. Just as much as I am something to you, you are something just as special. So if you're feeling things difficult right now, if you are having a rough time, please know we will make the world we want to see, but we need to continue to stick together, and we will rise together. This is the way we are going to save the world. I can't do it all myself, and I don't expect you to do it all yourself. But together, we could make miracles happen, and I'm looking forward to that. Very well said, Max. We are divinely guided, guarded, and protected. Breathe with ease, knowing that we have angels walking beside us, on our side. When you're having a hard time, live in honor of your ancestors. For without your ancestors, you would not be. So allow your ancestors to give you strength. Give honor to them for fighting the good fight, for doing what they needed to do to bring you into the world. Every day should be a holiday in remembrance and honor of those who have passed on, all the way from Woodstock to Stonewall. One day, one moment, one breath at a time. And that concludes the reading. Please be good to yourself if you can't be good at it, so that way you can be good to others. And together, we can change the world. And we can make it the peaceful place it was always meant to be. I love you all. And to all, a good night. Sweet dreams when you get there. And I will catch you in the next video.